Calger network has been started so we can inform people of what the liberal attitude is and what the conservative attitude. We're more the conservative approach to what makes our country strong and keeps it that way. Calger started this network especially because he wanted to inform young people of what's going on so they can get ready for the leadership of tomorrow's leaders. I have the Howard report, and it shows what. Well, conservative is the original approach to why this country was started. It started for many freedoms. One is freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and many other freedoms that our founding forefathers wanted to be in our country, not just when they started it, but all throughout its history. And we want to be a part of that. The purpose of conservatism and the way we like to report and convey to the public what's going on is to show really what is supposed to happen and what is going to happen and why it is supposed to happen in the right conservative way. Well, this network is a whole lot 360 degrees different than the conservative is over the liberal, because the liberals just tells you anything they want you to hear, whether it's right or wrong. We want to tell the truth, and the way to tell the truth is to tell the truth. That's what our purpose is. Well, in this network we want to include other people who with a conservative belief and support system, and to have them join up with us to share what America is and what should be and what it can be. The plan of this network is to not only start out on a ground basis, but also to grow and have others join us, especially the young people, because they need to take a stand to make a good foundation for America. Caden's purpose and what his intent from the very beginning was to get people involved, to know the history of America, and to know why we should be doing certain things that set us apart from all nations in the world. And if we don't do that, then we're going to become weaker. And our leadership has become weaker that is helping this country. That's why we want to inform others really what strong leadership is and what it should stand for. And that's Caden's purpose, is to get others to join in with him and to make that stand so that our country remains strong.
I'd like to welcome you all to the new Cowger Network. I'm Calger, and it's great to have you with us here today. Now, first of all, let me tell you why I decided to create this network. If you go to YouTube Live, you will find multiple liberal media outlets. You'll find the Young Turks advocating for liberalism. You'll find Al Jazeera advocating for the Islamic community. But you will not find one conservative network. That's all about to change. Now, our main goal is going to be to reach the youth and reach Americans, and to increase the popularity of conservatism. We are going to be exposing the left. We're going to be exposing their hypocrisy, their lies, their hate, and their bigotry. We are going to be offering conservative programming, which will include conservative commentators from around the country, special coverage on documentaries, events, and different rallies. We will be offering informative programming on politics, the founding principles, and on the ideology of conservatism. Now, how are we different compared to other political networks? Our main goal is not to make money. We are not involved for monetary gain. We are involved to see the popularity of conservatism increase and see the ideology of the right rise. As you join us on this journey, you will see Cowger Network launch into a 24/7 news network dedicated to reaching the youth and Americans. Conservative media providers are beginning to compromise their beliefs and give in to the liberal left's ideology. We will not. We are 100% conservatives. We are going to fight liberalism until we give our last breath. We are social conservatives. We are physical conservatives. And we believe in a strong national defense. We are Cowger Network. I've always wanted to start an online network. I've never really pursued it, but I decided that now is the time to definitely do everything that I possibly can to increase the popularity of conservatism and definitely increase the popularity of conservatism among the youth. Because really, if you look at where the youth spends the majority of their time. It's on the internet. And there have been a lot more people, the libertarians have tried this as well. They have tried to reach the youth by going on the internet, but the thing is, they require people to pay for their programming. And I never really understood, because they always said, the reason why I did this was to reach the youth. Then why are you making them pay for it? Because knowing that the majority of young Americans are liberal, knowing that, they're not going to pay for programming that they don't agree with. That's just ridiculous. It's a process that you have to go through to get them on your side. And that's what a lot of adults don't understand. And they haven't really pursued reaching out to the youth that much. And I wanted to provide, and now I've been wanting to do this for a long time, I've tried it out a couple times, but I wanted to provide an alternative network on an extremely liberal website. And we're going to try it out and see how it goes. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, your network's not going to be balanced. You can't have that. There's already several liberal networks, not a conservative network, several liberal networks. It's not balanced right now. So that argument is not credible. Well, we do not have any room for liberalism. Liberalism is what is destroying our country. We are a conservative network. We're going to only provide conservative content, and we're not going to give in, like I said. A lot of people are sort of afraid, I think, to trust me a little bit, going by what recently happened with a past conservative. But the difference between me and that person, because we even got into a couple arguments on Twitter, the difference between me and that person is that he was just copying everything that he heard. He was not an activist. He just wrote one book. I think many of you know who I'm talking about. He just wrote one book, and then the conservatives raised him up. That doesn't really make any sense. And see, what the problem with conservatives when it comes to reaching the youth and raising up members of the youth is that conservatives raise up young conservatives who are full of themselves and who are not active and not involved for the purpose of increasing the popularity of conservatism, but increasing the popularity of themselves. And that's a very, very big problem that conservatives are going to have to deal with. Conservatives have not done a very good job when it comes to reaching the youth. And I mean, they can get upset at me and attack me for that, but it's the truth. They have not. That's why we're losing youth currently. The conservatives have allowed them to get into the educational, have allowed liberals to get into the educational system, to take it over. They have allowed them to promote their liberal agitprop on different children's entertainment providers. I've got a long list, which I will also be discussing later on as the network progresses. But they've really done a bad job when it comes to reaching the youth, and that's what we're trying to do. And we're planning on helping several other networks get started as well once we get this thing going. We're planning on, we've got some other projects coming up. This is not the last one. But we're definitely wanting to increase conservatism, the popularity of conservatism as much as we can, until we see a difference. So many people are giving up on the ideology of conservatism. They're giving in, they're caving in. And if we are going to get this country back, we cannot do that. We have to fight, we have to stand strong, and we have to fight for the founding principles. So many people are forgetting about the founding principles as well. Oh, well, they don't matter. Who cares how they envisioned our country? We've got to modernize our views, modernize our principles, throw away the traditional American values, and bring in the up-to-date ones. We cannot do that. We have to remember what this country was founded upon, the beliefs of our founding principles, the beliefs of our founding fathers, and we have to defend them. That's what we must do. We are conservatives. They were conservatives. We are conservatives. We will fight, and we are Calger Network.